Let's have a look at the reactions in the press now to Wednesday's coup in Gabon. Diptyque Laurent is going to bring us all the latest, Diptyque.
That's right, Stuart. Leaders of that coup in Gabon have named a general transitional president. It comes, of course, after they seized power following contested elections that saw President Ali Bongo Ondimba winning. Let's start with the African press today. You have a nice bit of sarcasm from Le Jelly, which is a Guinea-based Pan-African publication here. It says in its top left-hand corner, à la mode maintenant, it's sort of in fashion now, these kind of takeovers, military takeovers. It wonders, though, if this coup is not like the others, because, after all, it has brought the end, albeit sudden, of a political dynasty that has ruled Gabon for over 5 decades. The paper saying it feels like it's hard to empathize with the Bongo family now. Meanwhile, from Le Pays, which is a Burkinabe daily, on its front page, it says, after the father, Omar, and the son, Ali Bongo, Gabon deserves the Holy Spirit. The paper reminding us also of how successive French governments have essentially turned a blind eye to endemic corruption in the country in order to access its oil and mineral wealth, notably for giant corporations like Total. Of course, the coup in Gabon also puts France as its former colonial ruler in a tight spot. That's the focus of Le Figaro today, the right-wing paper. Its focus here on the unrest in Gabon, also noting that France has sort of been pushed to face its contradictions just a month after a coup in Niger, in which Emmanuel Macron did send a message of firmness against the coup leaders. The Le Figaro today wonders what will be the approach concerning the new political unrest in Gabon. Libération, the left-wing daily, opts for its traditional wordplay. Ali Bongo poussé d'or, or has been pushed out essentially by this coup. That's from Libération, the left-wing paper in France.
Now, business partners of one of India's richest families, this is the Adani family. They've been accused of investing millions of dollars in the group's own stocks through opaque funds, Diptyque.
Yeah, that's right. The allegations leveled against the Adani Group are the focus of this Financial Times report today. The report was, the investigation was conducted by the non-profit media organization called Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project. 2 associates of Vinod Adani, who is the brother of Gautam Adani, the group's founder, are the focus of this report. Their investments overseen by an Adani employee raises questions over whether they were used as frontmen to bypass rules for Indian companies that prevent share price manipulation. It's a very complex story in the Financial Times. It's well worth reading it at a leisurely time. But the paper does explain that it's not the first time that the potentially controversial owners of the Adani Group or Adani stock have been identified. It also follows a report back in January that also accused the group of running the largest con in corporate history. Shares in the group fell amidst the report, but the Adani Group for the moment have firmly denied these accusations.
This next one fascinates me. I took a low-budget flight earlier this year, and the Wall Street Journal is explaining how airlines are finding clever ways to get passengers to spend their money in flight.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think low-cost airlines have understood that we hate being fleeced. That's the worst thing that can happen to you, is being fleeced. So Allegiant Airline is a Las Vegas-based budget carrier. They totally understand this. It's why they'll charge you $40 for a ticket. They will also offer you premium alcohol on board for about the same price, so you can get a shot of Johnny Walker Blue Label whiskey at $35. They found that people flying are willing to pay premium for alcohol on board, but not their ticket, tapping into a basic human contradiction, a budget flyer but luxury drinker market that's apparently very lucrative this summer at least.
It doesn't work for me. I buy a bottle of water in the terminal before I get on board, but anyway. Finally from Diptyque, Japanese Prime Minister has come to some extreme lengths to prove that products from the waters around Fukushima are safe to consume. Yeah,
days ago, Fumio Kishida, the Japanese Prime Minister, and his government began discharging tons of wastewater into the Pacific from the Fukushima nuclear power plant. It prompted, obviously, concerns and criticism about sanitary conditions. Excuse me. Well, in a video released by the Prime Minister's office, he and 3 officials were seen eating what they say were slices of flounder sashimi with rice and vegetables from the region in a bid, apparently, to prove that it is safe to eat. He was heard even saying that the sashimi is very good, chewy, but that's what makes it different. Stuart, I think that's not the only thing that makes it different.
Yeah. He's not glowing, at least. Not in that picture. I don't know if he is by now. Who knows?
Maybe the radioactive waste in the water might have something to do with the chewiness of the fish. I don't know. Anyway, what's a harm in a bit of radioactive waste in your dinner, right?
Yeah, I like my sushi. It's very nice.
With a side of nuclear waste?
Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. Just the coleslaw. Thanks, Dipti Laurent, with the papers for us on France 24 and Charles with Business. That's the latest news. More coming up for you very shortly.